Being single does not and shouldn't equate to loneliness. That's not what that is. It took me many years to get to that mindset. The way you feel being single is a mindset. It's a choice. It's a decision, meaning that you have to get to a point where you have to ask yourself, am I going to choose to be single and lonely, desperate, sad, frustrated, depressed, miserable? Or am I going to choose to be single and choose to find your purpose, choose things that you enjoy doing, make new friends, be happy, enjoy the present, enjoy where you are, enjoy going to places by yourself? And you have to get to the point where you have to decide, if I'm going to be single, which one do I want? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be desperate just to find someone so you can feel away. By the way, it's not true. If you think that finding someone is going to take away all those feelings, you're being very mistaken. Until you work on yourself and you get to a point where you learn how to be single and fulfilled, you're going to bring that into your next relationship. The amount of people I've seen that go into relationships where they were lonely, they didn't have any friends, where they go into the relationship feeling that same exact way, and then they realize, wait, I'm still feeling lonely because you didn't work on it before that. And then they're trying to find friends, and then they're trying to figure out life. No person can be like a God complex. I'm sorry, like, unless he's God himself and he's Jesus Christ himself, no one can fulfill that void until you start working on it, until you make God your center, until you learn that being single could be that time where you figure out your purpose. It could be that time where you are learning more about yourself that you didn't know. It could be that time where you are learning to be confident, feel better about yourself. It could be that it's a perfect opportunity to learn your boundaries of what you're not willing to accept and what you're willing to accept. It's a perfect opportunity to kick people out of your life that shouldn't be in your life and keep people in your life that should be in your life. I think people miss it a lot being single because they're so focused on finding the person that they just forget to work on themselves. And I know I'm gonna get people saying, well, I did work on myself, I'm just waiting for the person. But you see, when you get to a point where you're so fulfilled when you're single, you stop worrying about finding that person and you just start living your life. And then when you least expect it, things start to happen. You may meet the person, whatever it may be. When people say I'm fulfilled, it's not really a true fulfilled feeling because they're still keeping it in the back of their mind of finding someone. And you'll know it because when you ask them, when you do these hobbies, how is it? And they're like, I didn't meet anyone. And you're not going to those places to meet someone. You're going to the places to enjoy it for yourself. Until you get to that point where you're just doing things for yourself, you haven't reached that point yet. Being single is such a precious moment that a lot of people miss.